which is not going to allow me to have the relationships I want, then what should I do? I must make sure that knowingly or unknowingly, I should do those actions. I should have those thoughts which will allow me to have the relationships that I want, isn't it? And that is what today's session is all about. So now you have understood who are the enemies. Who's the biggest enemy of yours? Your negative beliefs about people, your negative beliefs,
Judgment
situation,
and judgment.
and your judgments. The worst one is the judgment. So if you can keep this judgment, ये तो आता रहेगा, it keeps coming up because the programming is so strong. Our default mode, auto mode में judgment आती है. So once we start recognizing it, पहचानना शुरू करें इसको, then we'll get some element of control on this judgment. And please start with yourself. You start noticing how often you are judging yourself. The moment you do that, you will start noticing how often you are judging others as well. Okay, what is the time? Ooh, too much time.
सर एक बात पूछनी थी कि जैसे आई एम स्टिल कॉन्शियस ऑफ सेइंग समथिंग टू in front of some people, that thing is not going.
Depends. What are you conscious of saying in front of people?
मतलब what will they feel, what they will feel bad and all.
Okay.
So जैसे आपने बोला था ना कि खुल के नहीं जीते, तो वो चीज नहीं आ रही.
हाँ. और अगर वो क्यों आप जज कर रहे हो ना?
अच्छा, okay.
See, there is a way of talking जो आप नहीं करोगी कभी भी. What is that way of talking that is called बदतमीजी?
हाँ.
नहीं करोगे ना?
नहीं.
तो फिर why should be people get upset if you say something? See, if you are not going to be rude or impolite to someone, why would they be upset with anything that you say?
Because of certain experiences.
नहीं, that is your experience के भाई हो गए थे किसी दिन. आपने पोलाइटली कुछ बोला और कोई अगर अपसेट होता है, उसमें आपकी कसूर है कोई?
नहीं, हमारा कोई कसूर नहीं, लेकिन फिर वो सब माहौल बिगड़ जाता है.
गरम कर दूं छोटे
तो इसके लिए हम चुप बैठ हमारा जो कंफर्टेबल डिस्टेंस बना के रखते हैं, है ना?
हाँ, यस.
जब आप एक कंफर्टेबल डिस्टेंस बना के रखते हैं तो कोई वो रिश्ता है?
क्या करना चाहिए? What should we do?
You should do exactly what I'm telling you to do. अभी तक जो बताया वो तो कर सकते हो ना, उसके लिए आपको किसी को कुछ बोलना नहीं है.
नहीं.
अब बोलने का टाइम अभी आने वाला है.
Okay.
But this is a very interesting thing, na, what Leena ji said, that we are not expressing ourselves in our relationship sometimes, that we are worried about वो लोग क्या सोचेंगे और लोग upset ना हो जाएं. मैंने तो सारी जिंदगी बिता दी. I'm such a oversensitive fellow. I was always bothered. If I say this, they will get upset. If I say that, they will get upset. तो क्या करूं फिर मैं? चुप बैठा रहा हूं. And I keep quiet, and then I'm shadowing inside, and I'm going more away from those people. The point is, we don't want to go away from them, right? But the more you keep quiet, are you not going more far away from them? Go ahead, Gunen.
So this reminds me the other 3 parts what you had mentioned, that which is communication, affinity, and agreement. Other than those 5 elements, so communication is equally important here. And normally, what happens with my experience is that if something goes wrong, we hold grudge. So before holding grudge, hold conversation. So then there's no grudge, there's no misunderstanding. Thank you, sir. Back to you.
Thank you very much. Any questions about that?
Suchitra, go ahead. She's asking something.
Sir, I had a question regarding the last point in the the 5-point program or whatever given us, the
Vulnerability.
honor, trust, gratitude. Yeah, vulnerability. So I have a feeling the point should be invulnerability rather than vulnerability, because if you are employing the first 4, there is no scope for getting hurt. Or so when I say I'm vulnerable, I'm opening up myself to the probability of her getting hurt, isn't it? Isn't
That
that
is-
the
Okay.
standard?
That is why we are trying to become invulnerable by putting up barriers and doing the judgment and all that.
Okay,
Or
so
suppose you can drop all defenses
okay,
with someone.
okay,
That is a sign of a great relationship, na?
okay, yeah.
At least there's somebody in this planet with whom you don't have to wear a mask or pretend something, or you can just be yourself like a child without
Right.
any defense.
Correct.
I'm going to put my shield up with people whom I'm afraid of, isn't it?
Correct. Yeah, I
I
got your
will-
point, sir. The very willingness to be vulnerable makes you invulnerable.
Yeah. I mean, then there is no question of being vulnerable or not vulnerable, right?
Sir, I got your point. I got
I
your
mean,
point.
you're like a trusting child, right? He's not thinking even.
Correct. Yeah.
And in that process, you may get hurt sometimes, so what?
Yeah,
But
right.
in any case, you are getting hurt with all your masks and all your armor plates that we are putting up in our life. You're still
Okay.
getting hurt, isn't it?
Yeah, so I would say that vulnerable to more learning rather than to hurt, like that.
No,
I
you
would
will get-
look at it.
See, listen, if you are open, you can receive love,
Okay.
right? And you might receive
Okay.
hurt also. But if you close it, then you are closing yourself to everything. Na? Just because you don't want to get hurt, you close the door and put this iron steel wall all around so that we are not hurt. But then you
So-
will not even get the love and affection which you crave for. Na?
So, sir, what you're saying is that despite honor, trust, gratitude, or whatever, there is still the probability of getting hurt. So,
No, I'm not saying that at all. I'm saying that you will, if you have those 4, you
Yeah.
will become vulnerable. And you say, okay, I don't have anything to be afraid of. So I'm
Okay.
open. I don't have anything to defend.
yeah. I got your point, sir. Yeah, thank you.
Isn't it? Like that.
Sir, can I add to that?
Yes.
Yeah, I think the point there is, no, you be prepared to be vulnerable,
No, just be
With,
vulnerable.
That's what it, don't get defensive. I think that's what the
Yeah, if you get defensive, you're not getting the good thing come inside also.
good thing
No?
coming. Right, yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
so you have something more to say.
Sir, and what is the litmus test for me to know? Suppose I've been in the habitual mode of judging somebody all my life. Now, what is the litmus test that I have stopped judging this person? How will I know, sir? That whole thing is, and what? Okay, yeah.
I don't know. You'll know, I suppose, when you're not judging.
Okay.
Right? Because I'm keeping on experiment with it, and I know. Okay, and I say to myself, "Oh, there I go again."
Okay.
The moment you can make out, here I go again.
Okay. Yeah.
Because it will keep coming.
Okay.
I mean, we are not going to become superhumans or something. But just the awareness. Oh, here I go again. You stop. Stop this. You can stop this fellow. That
Right.
this chap keeps on and on. Na?
Right.
Yes, Kunal Babu.
If I may add, maybe when I stop judging, I may see from the other person's point of view and open.
Yeah. Because what we are judging for is to avoid the judgment of others also. Na?
Right. So if I can see from the other person's point of view, that may be an indication that I am not judging.
I don't know about that. Kunayan, you wanted to say something.
Yeah, what is coming to my mind is, sir, that is a feeling like, of course, whenever we are in the judgment mode, Suchitra, the thoughts will be coming there and there must be some sensation in the body. So
Yeah.
it is, she herself can understand, realize there was a thought and was a sensation, and then you can understand you are in the judgment mode.
Correct.
If you are in a state of awareness, you see the thought coming, no?
Yeah, right,
Like,
right.
Krishna says, okay, what will people think if I say this? That is our own judgment about other people's judgment. If I say this, they may get upset. If I say this, they may not like it. Isn't that a part of the judgment thing? See, that's where I think awareness is very useful so that we know what our mind is doing at any moment. And we'll get into your default mode. Sometimes we will forget for minutes and then realize, oh my God, I did it again. And then slowly those moments will become fewer. You know, you may be doing it 100 times today, and tomorrow you might do it 99 times.
Right.
Yeah, day after tomorrow you might do it 98 times. And the day after that you may do it 100 times. Who knows? Yes, Kunayan.
Yeah, just to add on to that, that's for Suchitra. When Sir says awareness, we have to be aware that whether I am operating from brain number 1, brain number 2, or brain number 3.
Number 3. Mostly 1 and 2.
Yeah. So that awareness will give you more clarity.
Okay.
Sir, or quick share. Everywhere.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, the space which we are working on here, I try to understand. It opens up one of the past story which I heard. It completely fits into the template. They say Buddha went to forest. He meets a demon called Angulibala. He comes with fingers, mala, everything and that. But Buddha makes him a good friend and he makes us a disciple also. How it happened is like if he goes with it, without any judgment, that with all these things, even the great person cannot see a bad person outside, then the bad person becomes a right person in front of that great master. I'm just seeing the ideal state of if all things are practiced, how the ideal person will be. From the, I'm just trying to understand it fits into the template.
Okay. That's good.
And if just to add on to that, Vetri, if you can visualize that ideal person, you start behaving like him.
You know something? It's very difficult to keep remembering that we want these 5 elements in a relationship. That's important. Okay? If you can keep remembering this, you know, that whenever you are interacting with the people in your life, if you keep this in front of you and be clear, look, this is what I want. I want honor, trust, allowance, gratitude, and vulnerability. You know, that I can be totally, and you have some relationships like that in your life, I'm sure, or you did have at some point. Lots of times you did have that relationship, then you got married. And then all sorts of things started happening. Honor, trust, allowance, gratitude, vulnerability, all out of the window. तो जब हम आशिक थे तब ये सारी चीजें थी सर, अब शादी हो गई.
Shakti wants to say something.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, sir. I did just I was laughing for something. So for me, it's happening is like when I'm judging, the awareness was there. My self-talk was then, Shakti, please stop it. But still, I'm judging. I'm reacting it. I don't know how to control that.
See, reacting is one thing, judging is another.
Mm.
Okay. So when there are exercises that you will learn, okay, which will reduce it.
Okay.
Okay. Today some special occasion, Shakti?
No, sir.
Today is Chitra Paurnami.
Achha, nahi, because today Shakti is different.
Yeah, it is special day today, yeah, actually.
Really?
Yeah. Like Kasha said, Chitra Purnami is very, very important day for us.
No, Sir is asking something else.
No, all same.
So we did this exercise of rating your relationships. It's a very good way of measuring it. Okay. And if you want these relationships to become like that, I hope you will remember that it begins by stopping to judge these people. Okay. Now remember, you want these 5 elements in a relationship. Big difference will happen when you stop judging. Okay. You know what is the first difference that will happen? First difference that will happen is that you will say, okay, I'm not going to operate from because I cannot have a good relationship because they are behaving like this, because they don't listen to me, because I know they always do like this, because we'll stop. And then you may realize, I want these 5 elements in my relationship, because, so I'm going to do something about it. Okay, you tell me, who does not want a wonderful relationship? Whether you like it or not, you are in the relationship, na? Like even Krishna, whether he likes his colleagues or not, they are still working with him only, no? It's not going to happen that I don't like these fellows, they don't cooperate with me all the time. There is tension and stress because of competition and backbiting and backstabbing and politicking. So I'm not going to work for this company anymore. He's not going to do that either, no? Now he can be in that relationship, or he can be in that company and keep on stressing out. Okay. Or he can recover these relationships and make them as best as possible. And he says, all right, I'm the one suffering along with everybody else. Okay. Then he takes charge. Then you start behaving like a leader in your life, not like a victim. You know what a victim is? When others are doing things to him. When others are causing things to happen to him. So when you take charge, then you're like a leader. Now what does a leader do? A leader takes charge. The whole world will complain about it, or he'll say, okay, let's do something about it. So if the relationships are not the way they are supposed to be, what should you do? Do something about it. And what you can do is to use the power of communication to create empowering relationships. Now, are you not already using your communication? And the way we are using our communication, do you think that is the reason for whatever is happening to us? Because all our communication is based on what? Our judgments, our opinions, our beliefs.
And reaction also. Like we react very soon.
That reaction to hai. Reaction and resistance follows.
Both.
Okay. And then we are communicating. So if you look at the mess that our relationships are today, maybe it has something to do with the way we have been communicating today. Now tell me something, Nidhi, when you have an old house and you want to paint it, darwaze hote hain, you have to paint it. What do you do? First, do you put paint on the top of the old paint?
No.
So what do we do then?
We cover first, like newspaper or bed sheet.
So
you take out the old paint.
हाँ सर, पहले कवर करके सर कि ताकि गिरे भी तो पूरा वो स्क्रैप उस पे गिरे. तो हाँ, तो पहले वो पूरा सील करते हैं, फिर then we start off the work and we start scratching things.
Yeah, the first thing you do is you scrape all the kachara out first, na?
Right.
So in a human relationship, what is the kachara that we have got, which we'll have to remove it? First kachara is all the judgments that we have made. Second kachara is all the beliefs that we have formed about the other person. It's a part of judgment only, na? You made some judgment, then you believe your judgment to be true कि ये तो ऐसा ही आदमी है, ये बदमाश है, ये अय्याश है. Correct? What is the third kachada that you'll have to remove?
Decisions.
That you made, कि I have to deal with this fellow in this way in the future.
Yeah.
Okay. What other kachada you'll have to remove?
Reaction.
Yeah. Your automatic way of being with that person.
Resistance.
Right. Now, when all these kachadas are happening, what is that one important thing that we forget?
To honor.
I want a wonderful relationship with this person. So there has to be honor, there has to be trust, there has to be allowance, there has to be vulnerability, there has to be gratitude. How can it be there? And until you can do that, what is the use of communicating with them now? You will again communicate in the old way. And you'll say, no, but sir said we should use the power of communication for improving the relationship, but it is not improving. How will it improve? Now, are you getting it? Why I have been spending so much time to bring those distinctions inside? That you need to keep that clean. Clean the kachada. Okay.
So at this point, people will ask, no, even if I do this, the other person doesn't respond, what do I do?
Yeah.
That is a question which comes, but that is the reaction, I know that.
Yeah, but see, it is a valid question. And the only valid answer to that question is, how do you know until you do it? Right? And the second thing I would ask such a person is, do you want it to be like that only, the way it is?
No.
Do you have any interest in it? Or do you have any interest that the things should change?
Yeah, it will change. If we continue, it will change. Yeah.
Sir, one question, like if you have tried 5-6 times of speaking to a person that you know, we can be good friends or like something, but some, you know, there is no yes, बाद में बात करेंगे या देखेंगे करेंगे, and this is always the answer. So how we should take it?
But have you cleaned up the kachara before you did that conversation?
Yeah, very much, because every time I used to honor and
just now only 2 weeks back.
Hanji?
But these new kachadas which we are teaching you, you learned only 2 weeks back.
No, sir. So it's like, see, it's somebody's personal life. I don't get into that space of anybody for that rather. But okay, from that viewpoint of me, the acceptance was not there in that. But you know, a friendship can be maintained in a very nice manner. So I wanted to speak also, but
you cannot, because unless you give up the judgment, okay, unless you can honor that person without judgment. Suppose you are having some thoughts that this fellow is a useless fellow, yeah, still I will speak to him so that we can have some relationship. Do you think he's going to respond? Never. Because people pick up those vibrations. No? So let's take it step by step. No? Okay? Because last time, remember you said कि you have to tell us this. I said first you have to become master of what comes before. See, 2 things happen. One is what you are doing before any conversation takes place. ठीक है ना? पहले किसी से वार्तालाप करने से पहले आप क्या कर रहे हो, क्या क्या बैरियर्स आपके पास है जो आपको छोड़ने होंगे. Once you have dropped that, then you should talk, not before that. See, I'm aware of the background. I don't want to say, you know, and I know what I'm talking about. So till at least 1 week back, you had not dropped those barriers as yet. And you had already had 3-4 conversations with that gentleman or lady, whoever it is. Correct? The outcome cannot happen. No? So once we have done this work inside, यहाँ पे हमने काम किया, Now, when we go and talk, what will happen? Let us see. That's what today's session is all about. Okay? So don't worry about what happened in the past. So you have to give up that judgment, it happened in the past and this and that. So when people come to me and they want to repair a relationship, one question I always ask, and I'm asking you people also. Should I ask the question?
Yes, sir.
What are you willing to give up so that you can have a great relationship?
Ego.
Ego.
Okay. What else? What is
Judgment.
Yeah, judgment. Mostly your ego is that judgment only. जिसको आप ego बोलते हो ना?
Our
Hesitation.
preconceived notions.
Yeah. Let Sai say what he's saying. Yeah, go ahead, Kasa.
Preconceived notions.
Correct. In my
Or our
language, that's called judgments.
Or the past experience.
Yeah. And what is remaining in the past experience is what judgments you have about those people, what you have decisions you have made about them.
But how to deal with the memory, sir? We would have had certain sort of memories, the way.
But
how-
what is
how they-
stored in the memory?
Sorry?
What is stored in the memory will be your judgments only, na?
No, someone, let's say, whatever way, someone has abused you, someone has, insulted you.
Right.
In that case,
What are you remembering?
the way they insulted, the way.
Yeah. What is insulted?
Judgment.
Okay, ego.
They insulted means you are saying they hurt my feelings. They
Yeah.
spoke to me rudely.
Yeah,
Correct?
yeah.
They hurt me. They are bad people.
By hurting, I doesn't say they are bad people. They've done a lot of good
Yeah,
things
yeah.
also.
So, I mean, at that moment, you're sitting there thinking, wow, what a wonderful person. He's hurting me. It's not like that. My
Yeah.
father used to love me a lot when he gave me a bloody dhap and said, you stupid idiot, you got no brains like your mother. Right? I was hurt deeply and I thought I lost his love. And I thought he hates me now. And that remained in my mind for a long, long time.
And we create negative emotions and negative relationship and negative vibes.
Based on that.
Yeah.
So he's raised a very pertinent point. See, we do remember everything. Whatever happens, we remember everything. The sight, the sound, the smell, the taste. Right?
Exactly.
The thoughts that were going on in our mind at that time. And the decision that you made, you always make a decision at that, oh, from now on, I'll have to be like this with this person. I'll have to behave like this with people like that. When it happens to girls, they'll say, see, men, these bastards. I have to be careful with these fellas, lecherous idiots. All men are like this. So all kinds of decisions are made. My wife was telling me that when she and her kids had gone to Wankhede Stadium for watching a cricket match, and there was a lot of crowd, and then what happens in a crowd to girls, you should know that very well. So you might have seen it, or you might have been one of those rascals who've done it also. Anyways, and then they make up their minds about what kind of people men are. Right? So every time a man comes in front of them, they have lovely thoughts in their head about men, They said, what wonderful creatures these people are. How kind, how loving, how respectful. But this is the way the mind is, right? So unless we are dropping. So my first thing is, if you want to have a wonderful relationship, what is it that you will have to drop in your own mind? Your beliefs, your judgments. Okay? Somebody used the word ego. I will say our wanting to be right about whatever we believe. I am right. You may have to drop that. Once you're willing to drop all that, then you can have a conversation. And what is the purpose of the conversation? The purpose is to have a wonderful relationship with honor, trust. gratitude, allowance. Any questions now, ladies and gentlemen? You see, when I pull out this Brahmastra, all the men keep quiet after that. They will not give their yarn after that. All these guys who are pretending, you know, that from the age of 11, they never did any mischief after that. They are saints. Saint Gyaneshwar.
आज का दिन तो अच्छा है, शुभ शुभ बोलिए सर.
आपको चाँद दिला रहा हूं.
क्यों
नकली चेहरा सामने आए, असली सूरत छिपी रहे.
जख्म को क्यों कुरद रहे हैं सर?
क्योंकि हम कहते हैं तुम अपना रंजो गम, अपनी परेशानी मुझे दे दो. Anyways, jokes apart, I say it's almost 10 o'clock, so let's complete this part of it. I'm quite willing to give you a bonus session on this if you want. Now, what kind of communication we will have to do? Okay. Should you do your normal reactive default communication?
Never.
It won't work, na? अभी तक तो यही कर रहे हैं. That's what we've been doing. ठीक है? Or should we do creative communication? Or it is called intentional creation. Reaction, you have no control. In a creation, you will create a conversation, you will create a way of speaking, you will create a way of listening in a manner so that you get the desired result. Okay, now tell me one thing. When there is some, let's say, ill will, or when they say in Hindi, darar hai hamare rishte mein, right? When you approach these people for a conversation, how are they going to react to you?
Either no reaction or
Negative reaction.
negative.
Sir, ill will in us
Reaction
or
is
them?
basically a sign of suspicion. It's more like, now what do you want?
Yeah.
है ना? They are being careful. जब वो no reaction दिखाते हैं ना, they've got their this thing on, na? The defense mechanism is up. Okay, now why they have come? What do they want to talk about? Are they here to fight with me? Are they here to prove me wrong?
Yeah.
So when you have to communicate with that person, what is the first thing you will have to do?
Create comfort.
Intimacy.
Make them comfortable that I'm not here to fight with you, I'm not here to argue with you.
Yeah.
Okay, that is a created act, na?
Right.
Because in the default mode, you will also be a little bit, hesitating to talk to them, isn't it?
Yes.
Are they going to respond to me correctly? I have come with a good purpose. Will they respond? Because in the past, we might have had an experience that we go with the best of the intentions. Other person is not, like Krishna was saying, he sat down with that guy and they discussed and he said, yeah, you're right. We should cooperate and all. And when they went in front of the boss, again, he was behaving in the old way. So now if he goes to talk to him, he'll be thinking all these things, na? That this fellow has betrayed me in the past. How do I know he will do it again or not? So all these things will come. Those are reactions. So what we have to do, notice that, okay, reaction is coming, but let me create it. If I'm feeling like this, other person also may be feeling like this. Not because he wants to, but it's natural. If I'm feeling hesitant, other person also may be feeling hesitant. So put them at ease. So this creative, intentional communication is very clear that if I'm talking to this person, am I honoring him? When you honor someone, how do you talk to them?
With respect.
Yeah, like genuine, not like a put on respect. No. Not like when you go and talk to the boss, you may have no respect. Sir, You're right, sir. Thank you, sir. Good morning, sir. Good afternoon, sir. Take my, sir. You know, sir, but no respect. Now I'm talking about genuine honoring. Like, you know, people in your life whom you genuinely honor and respect. How do you speak with them? If you're really grateful to someone to be in your life, how would you speak to them? If you're an allowance to someone, how would you speak to them?
With a deep trust.
Yeah. So now let me tell you something which some of you might have mugged it up by now. So I'm telling you anyhow. Communication begins with the willingness to accept another person's point of view without changing it. Can you read this line, please, Nidhi ji?
Communication begins with the willingness to accept another person's point of view without changing it.
Now, can you say in Hindi, please?
वार्तालाप ऐसे शुरू कीजिए जिससे सामने वाला व्यक्ति आपको
वार्तालाप की शुरुआत तब होती है जब
सामने वाला व्यक्ति आपको सुनने के लिए तैयार हो।
गलत उल्टा समझे हैं आप इसको।
मैं ट्राई करूं?
नहीं, इनसे मैं करवा रहा हूं ताकि ये समझें। See, it's not about the language, how she is interpreting. So again, communication begins with the whose willingness? Your willingness. Suppose you are going to talk to someone, right? Then communication begins with the willingness to accept another person's point of view without changing it. Now tell me.
तो सामने वाले से आप ऐसे बात कीजिए कि वो आपकी बात
ऐसे कहाँ लिखा है? सामने वाले से ऐसे बात कीजिए, blah blah. I've not written any of that.
Sir, can I?
No.
Tamil?
Not now. 1 minute, please. I'll ask for, definitely Tamil will be required, but just give 5 minutes. Let her complete this. Let us struggle with it a little. It leads to understanding. Try. You know enough Hindi, don't worry. पहले समझोगे ना तभी बता पाओगे हिंदी में।
आप वार्तालाप
की शुरुआत
ऐसे कीजिए कि
ये नहीं बोला मैंने। Is it written?
आप नहीं, आप वार्तालाप की शुरुआत कीजिए कि सामने वाला।
वार्तालाप की शुरुआत कब होती है? जब आप इच्छुक होते हो दूसरे के दृष्टिकोण को बिना बदले ले लेने के लिए। आप इच्छुक हैं कि दूसरे का जो मर्जी दृष्टिकोण हो बिना उसको बदले मैं उसको कबूल कर लूंगी, तब वार्तालाप की शुरुआत होती है। Now, my friend Sai, you may do it in Tamil.
Thank you. உரையாடல் என்பது மற்றவரின் கருத்தை எந்த வித தடையின்றி ஏற்றுக்கொள்ளும் பொழுது அதுவே உரையாடல். It was too pure.
Tamil speakers here, they can check.
Correct தான் காசா. I will try, sir.
Yeah.
உரையாடல் என்பது மற்றவர்களுடைய கருத்தை மாற்றாமல் அப்படியே ஏற்றுக்கொள்ள முயற்சிப்பது. முயற்சிக்க தொடங்குவது begins.
So when does it begin?
உரையாடலின் துவக்கம் நாம் மற்றவரின் கருத்தை எந்தவித மாற்றமும் இல்லாமல் ஏற்றுக்கொள்ளும் பொழுது.
இன்னும் கூட ஒரு
கம்யூனிகேஷன் உரையாடல்
தொடங்குவது எப்பொழுது என்றால் நம் முழு மனதுடன் மற்றொருவரின் கருத்துக்களை ஏற்றுக்கொள்ளும் பொழுது.
எந்தவித
மாற்றாமல் ஏற்றுக்கொள்ளும்.
எந்தவித மாற்றமின்றி அப்படியே ஏற்றுக்கொள்ளும் பொழுது.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now you got it finally.
Yeah.
It begins when I'm willing to accept the other person's point of view as it is without changing it.
Actually, this has happened to me a lot of time. I'll just take the facts as in, and later I will come to know, this person just to exploit. They use the same trick again and again with me. It has happened to me a lot of times.
I don't know what can happen if you are willing for the communication to happen, that you are willing to accept the other person's point of view without changing it. I have not completed it.
उर्दू में बोलो सर.
एक हमारे पास मैडम हैगी, मैं उनसे चाहता हूं कि वो हमको मराठी में बताएं.
मराठी कौन है?
आपसे बोलेंगे नहीं कि आप उड़िया में बताएं.
काय विचार करतो?
लीना
विचार करतो.
लवकर.
वार्तालापची सुरुवात जेव्हा होईल तेव्हा जेव्हा तुम्ही समोरच्यांचा पॉइंट ऑफ व्ह्यू विदाउट चेंजिंग एक्सेप्ट करायला तयार असाल.
Okay, exactly. All right. So I think people have got it sufficiently.
Hey, that's Marathi. Not full Marathi. Marathi and English.
She added a few English words. It's all right.
Manglish.
No, whole core came from Marathi only and English only, not Marathi.
The essence is in English.
Yeah.
The remaining is in Marathi.
So new language, Manglish.
Never
But
mind.
good.
Now listen.
Good try.
He's willing to accept that point of view.
Yes,
Agreed.
of course.
Agreed.
We are in,
Can I now
we are
move
in
on?
allowance.
If you've amused yourself sufficiently. Okay. Now, it does not mean that you have to agree with them. It does not mean that you disagree with them. निधि जी इसको भी करें अनुवाद.
Sir,
அதாவது அதை ஏற்றுக்கொள்ள வேண்டும் என்ற அவசியமும் இல்லை, அதை ஏற்றுக்கொள்ளக்கூடாது என்பதும் அவசியம் இல்லை.
आप उनके दृष्टिकोण को गलत समझें.
नहीं, इस सेंटेंस का बताइए आप. वो तो हो गया. See, communication begins with the willingness to accept another person's point of view without changing it. It does not mean that you have to agree with them.
उसको माने या उसको
इसका मतलब ये नहीं है कि आप उनसे सहमत हो, और उसका मतलब ये भी नहीं है कि आप उनसे असहमत हो. You got that?
Yes, sir.
It does not mean that you have to do what they say, and it does not mean that you don't do what they say. Means what? इसका मतलब नहीं है कि जो वो कह रहे हैं आपको करना पड़ेगा. It does not mean कि वो जो कह रहे हैं आप नहीं करोगे. It simply means that you are willing to accept the other person's point of view without changing it. And ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you something wonderful. When you do that, that is when the magic will start happening in your life. That is when we are creating a situation where you can take things further. दूसरे की, why should you know the other person's point of view? Why should you be willing to know the other person's point of view, by the way?
One thing is, it may be correct. Second thing is you are acknowledging that, yes, you have listened to the other person's point of view.
Now that's
So
all
you are
right, but why should you listen to another person's point of view?
That's the only way to come out with some common ground and to start talking from that person's point of view. Otherwise, the person cannot listen what you are talking. When your vibe, your frequency, you are sitting along with their frequency.
Okay. Good. What else? Anybody else? Why should you know somebody else's point of view?
So to know that what
them.
you have is also a point of view.
Okay.
Is just another point of view.
Okay. What
Sir,
else?
it is for the more possibilities. There is another possibilities available.
Other than what you think?
So because we can feel that what matlab other person is feeling, to know that.
Exactly. To know the reality from his point of view. Because
Yes.
see, when there are two people, you are in your own reality, in your own world. And the other person is in his own world.
Mm.
So the only way to access somebody's, just say, ek aadmi, he's in his house, right? And you are in your own house. If you want to have a communication with someone, either he comes to your house or you have to go to his house, isn't it?
Yeah, sir. But eventually, if you don't agree with that point of view, you have to get there, right? Saying that okay, that is not correct, and this is how it has to be done.
No, but who told you that you have to say that? If you are willing to accept another person's point of view, why should it be correct or incorrect? That's his point of view. And from his point of view, it is correct.
Yes.
But we have to
Your
reach a
point of
common
view-
ground, right? We have to reach to a common agreement.
That will
When
come.
does-
See, listen, Krishna,
Hmm.
our such a solid programming is there in our brain that if his point of view is right, then my point of view is wrong. Huh? No,
Okay.
just because his point of view, from his point of view, is right. And from your point of view, you are right. Both can be right. And with that understanding, we can both work together and proceed further. As long as I am trying to say that you are wrong, or as long as I'm trying to defend that I am right, do you think anything further will ever happen? Never. But if two people can agree, okay, look, from where you stand, you are right, and from where I stand, I'm right. Boss, I'm not disagreeing with you, you are right. Can you please come and see from my point of view? You may agree that I'm also right. Now, together, can we find a solution for it? Because we both want the same thing anyhow. There's no doubt on that.
In all probability, both are wrong. So there is
Yeah.
a possibility to look at together.
That also is possible.
Yeah.
Like I'm telling you, practically, one L&T company, I was training them on this disagreements, and this point came out, and they first vehemently kept on arguing with me about it. So I said, okay. I said, just give it a chance and see. What if you both are right? And come back to me tomorrow and talk. Next day, they came to me and said, sir, thank you very much. I said, what happened? Sir, we came out with a solution nobody had thought of. And we got the job done also. And there was something getting stuck with one of their clients for 6 months on some compliance matter. Okay. And this one set of people was arguing it has to be done this way only. Another set of people who are arguing it should be done this way only. When they were willing to accept the other person's point of view, they realized that there may be something beyond both of us what we are thinking. Okay. And the solution, they say it came like this, sir. We were struggling for 6 months and we found a solution in 1 hour. That's why you should understand this very carefully, what I'm saying. This is a very big bomb. If you understand this now, it will change everything in your life. In the area of negotiation, in anything, everything. See, when we say communication begins means what? Two people are beginning to start really engaging with one another. That is when the collaboration starts. There is a way of being, till now we were seeing each other as protagonists. Now we see each other as people working towards a common cause. And respectfully, like being an allowance means what? Being honoring means what? Honoring means I respect your point of view. Because the other person with 25 years of experience, he has a certain point of view and he sees things in a certain way. Okay. So I'm willing to get that. Okay, this is how you're seeing things. And what very interesting thing starts happening is that when you are willing to accept another person's point of view, old saying is, no, as you give, so shall you receive. The other person also starts opening up to say, okay, why don't I get his perspective also? But where we get stuck, where we get stuck is, if I agree with them, if I listen to them, if I get their point of view, I'll have to agree. But I don't want to agree. So why should I accept his point of view? Another thought which comes in my mind, if I get his point of view, I'll have to do what he's telling me to do. Or maybe I don't do what he's telling me to do. I'm saying you leave that aside. Huh? Whether you agree, not agree, whether you do or you not do, keep it aside for some time. Get his point of view first. There's a famous picture of two people looking at the number 9 on the ground. One fellow saying, no, it is 6. Other fellow saying it's 9. Both are right, no? And they can spend a lifetime arguing about who's right. So one smart fellow came and turned it around. And he said, now what do you see? So the important thing is that now, first step is your willingness to accept another person's point of view. You know what happens? We'll go to the person and say, why did you do like this? So that fellow tries to explain why he did like this. Right? But we are not wanting to, you are saying, how can you say, how could you do such a thing? He said, but you asked me and I'm telling you. No, but how? Then the fellow said, then why you ask me if you don't want to listen to what I'm saying?
Also, they can go defensive. The moment you ask, why did you do it? They'll think that, okay, you are criticizing, and they go defensive.
First you ask them, okay, Mr. Such and such, you did like that the other day, so I'm very upset about it. So the person says, yeah, no, I did like this because of this and that. No, but how could you do like this? Does that show that you are willing to accept another person's point of view? He's telling you what he did, yeah. You only asked him. So let him say. You're getting it. When you are willing to accept another person's point of view, okay, that's it. This is why he did like this. I'm not going to say he's right or wrong, but he's saying this is his reality. So let me get that. I don't have to bang on his head for that. Okay. So the barriers are there between us and the other person, isn't it? That is why we don't have the 5 elements in that relationship. So breaking the barriers is important. So you tell them, first thing you start with. Tell them why the relationship is important for both. If it was not important for both, you would not be in it. Even in job relationship, Krishna, why that relationship is important for both of you. Your colleagues working in the same company, that relationship is important for you, isn't it?
Right.
Whether we are giving importance or not, that's a different matter. But it is, first thing is, look, boss, this is important for me. That's why I'm sure it's important for you also. That's why I'm having this conversation with you. Right? We have to work together. Right?
Right.
And it is better to work together in the best possible way, rather than, always being scared and suspicious of each other.
Right.
Isn't it? So that sets a very positive tone to, you kind of speaking out of acceptance. Okay, look, I understand whatever maybe have happened in the past. Let's not get stuck on that. You can always start by saying, I've been making mistakes also. Right? I might have made many mistakes. And I realize that, the relationship is going to get worse if we just not talk about it. So I can have a conversation with you to resolve it. That is why, So then you drop your judgments and ask them to say what they want to say. See, in this conversation, for you, it is important to make them say what is in their heart. Okay. So a lot of times we think, you know, but I went for talking, so I should talk. Talk little, make them talk. Let them open their heart out and speak what they want to say. They may not open up immediately and talk, huh? Because mostly, you know, when the relationship is not good with someone, they're always suspicious. Now what he wants, what is the trick behind it, like that. You clear? Should I carry on? Next. Then when they start talking, please listen without judging, without commenting, without saying, see, I told you, no? A lot of times they say, see, I was telling you for so many years. No? Now you are admitting it. Don't say anything like that, please. They'll stop talking. They'll say, oh, what a big mistake. Yeah, this fellow is like this only. They also got some opinions about you. Don't forget that. Okay. And then
Exactly, when this kind of a situation, we are telling our point of view, but the other person keeps on judging us. How do we sort?
wait, right now, Rasa, we are not giving our point of view. We are willing to accept the other person's point of view. Therefore, what should we do? We should ask them to give their point of view, no?
Sir, that is what I'm telling. The other person, let's say I'm putting forth there is an issue, I'm putting forth the solution. The other person is keep on telling, no, only this is right, only this is right. Even we tell a fact, and even if we show with the evidence, see, this is what is there. And when they don't believe in that kind of a situation, how do
why are you talking? You are listening from them.
Okay.
See, if you're stuck with someone, right? Who's stuck? They are, no?
Both are stuck.
I know, but you've got some control about what you are thinking and doing, right? Do you have any control over other person thinking and doing?
No.
That is why we are saying communication begins with the willingness to accept the other person's point of view. So we want to find out, no, what's his point of view? Why is he stuck? So let's say he's doing something, just now you said so find out, no, you want to know why. If he's stuck on something, there's got to be some reason why. You may think, okay, it is his self-interest. Correct? It's always about self-interest, but find out, no, what is his self-interest? Okay, it's a simple thing.
If not able to say the truth, or if it's a blatant lie in round one, if what they're saying is a blatant lie, or
so if you tell me, if somebody is telling a blatant lie,
should one just go?
No, wait, Suchi.
Sorry?
If somebody is telling if somebody is telling me a blatant lie, I'm not going to confront him. I'm going to find out why is he telling me the blatant lie? Why does he feel the need to lie to me?
Okay.
Who do you lie to?
Yeah, but when you basically when the person is feeling cornered or weak or whatever, then
no, I said who do you lie to?
I lie
someone who doesn't listen to us.
Okay.
Or we are afraid of.
Yeah, when I'm losing too much.
Maybe something, or maybe I perceive that I might lose.
Yeah.
Right?
Right. Telling the truth about myself. So
get it? So what we want to create is a situation where he is willing to tell the truth to you.
Okay.
Because if both parties open up and tell the truth to each other, solutions can be found out. The problem is both parties will never tell the truth to each other because both are in a competitive spirit, you see. They will take the advantage. Why should I tell the truth? This is like, the most stupid things people do when they go for matrimonial meeting. for selection of boy or girl. They go and lie. Okay? They will show something else, what they are and what they are. They will show something exaggerated and what a pretty great gentleman and God's gift to mankind. Both sides will show. Okay? I mean, what a stupid thing to do. It's like lying in an interview. Why would you do that? Now, in this particular case, when you're trying to repair a relationship, okay? Suchi, why did you suddenly disappear from the conversation?
No, I'm listening, sir.
Are you with me? So we want, this is a clearing conversation, right?
Okay.
With a person to restore the relationship.
Okay.
Or to make it what it should be or can be.
Okay.
So people open up and speak without fear. That is the ideal state, right?
Yes.
So if suppose I'm having a conversation with you and I get a sense that you are telling a lie to me,
yeah,
what should I do? If I confront you, you will, get into a position and lie more to justify it.
Correct.
Or we can have a conversation in a way that you feel okay to tell the truth.
Okay.
Okay, this is what happened actually, but I was afraid to tell you.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's hard, no? It's very hard to kind of accept a stupid mistake if somebody has made it.
Right.
Okay?
Yeah.
So at that point of time, you ask them to say what they want.
Okay.
Let's say I've come to talk to you and I say, look, Suchitra, my relationship with you is very, very important. And that's the reason I'm talking to you. I don't like the way the relationship is going. And, the way the relationship I expect, I suppose you also expect the relationship to be like this. We both want the same thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
So fellow say, yeah. So tell me, what is it that you'd like to say to me?
Okay.
So then let the person say, then you keep listening without judging or no, how can you say like this? How can you say like that?
Okay.
And then you still don't say anything. You ask them, okay, is there anything else you would like to say?
Okay.
And then once you feel they have said everything that they could think of, then you ask them, Mr. So-and-so, Mrs. So-and-so, what do you think we should do so that we can have an ideal relationship with each other? That's when they will come out with their broadsides, You should stop behaving like this. You should not do like this. And you did this in the past. I don't like the way you behave and blah, blah, blah. They'll say all that. And then you listen to that also. And in order to not get upset by it, in your mind, you can say, all right, that's their point of view. And it's interesting. They have such a point of view. I get it. And that's the truth from what they say. Maybe that's how I've been coming across to them. See, that's the time when your brain will try to justify, and say, what do you expect when you behave like that? What do you expect me to do? Come and do what you do you. Are you getting it? That's the time when you watch and say, all right, that's how it may have come across to the person. Let me get it. Okay? And that's when you can, in your mind, forgive them. Because we cannot make a grand gesture and say, okay, whatever happened, I forgive you. So somebody might think, who the hell are you to forgive me? No. You think you're God or what? Some people take umbrage of that also. Interesting. You're forgiving me. Are you God or what? What do you think you are? I've heard that one also, by the way. So that's when you forgive them in your mind. Forgiving means giving up the desire to punish them. Forgiving means to give up all your resentment that you may be having. Why? Right. You remember I said, what will you have to give up?
Willingness to let them come out the winner, complete winner.
No, there is no winner loser here.
No, as in feeling like a winner. They said what they really wanted to say or like.
See, listen, I'll tell you, sometimes people want to give back all the hurt that you've given them over the years, right?
Okay.
So if they are venting and they want to hurt you, get it, no? They're
Okay.
doing it because they felt hurt, they want to hurt you. So take it.
Correct.
Words are words, no? They are not arrows.
Correct.
I mean, it's only hot air coming out of an orifice. It won't kill you.
Correct.
So once, 1 minute, Kunan, hold on, let me just complete this. So once they have vented it, right?
Yeah.
Can you forgive?
Yeah.
You know, like even Jesus forgave everybody, you know, he said, forgive them, they do not know what they do. Because when people get worked up, people say very nasty things when they get angry, right? I hate you. Why don't you die? They say stuff like that. Do you think they mean it? I've heard this being said to the closest people possible. And you know, when they say it and the person actually dies, what it does to them then? No?
Yeah.
Sometimes you don't say it, you think in your head, you know.
Yeah.
After 3 years, when that person dies, no? And how you torture yourself, you bloody fool, you killed her. But do you think they mean it? It's very sad that, you know, in the closest of relationships, we will say the meanest and most hurtful things to each other. That's why I'm saying forgive. Why? Because you would love to have a wonderful relationship.
Correct.
And the other person too would like to have it, but they just cover it up with all this bull, you know what, bull.
Right.
In Hindi, it's not very nice when you say it. Bull को सांड बोलते हैं. Shit को क्या बोलते हैं हिंदी में आपको बताइए.
forgive के साथ forget भी करना चाहिए ना.
Forgive करोगे तो forget हो ही जाएगा ना. जब दिल में से अपने रंजिश मिटा दिया तो forget ही हो जाएगा ना फिर.
नहीं, but अगर incidents याद आ जाता है तो वो that emotions also peeps in ना.
हाँ, तो बार बार क्यों याद करोगे नेगेटिव चीज?
We forget to forgive only.
फिर अच्छा लगता है.
नहीं, अगर आ जाता है तो वो emotions भी आ जाते हैं.
हाँ आता है.
हाँ.
और उसको आप छोड़ सकते हैं. अच्छा कुनैन सर, आप बताना चाह रहे थे, फिर भूल जाओगे क्या कहना चाहते हैं.
हाँ सर, वो forgiveness पे जो मैं practice करता हूँ, जो आपसे सीखा, the thing what I've learned is that when you forgive, you heal yourself. That's I feel you feel good, and when you let go, you grow. In the simple words. So it's good to forgive and let it go, so that you feel good, healed, and grow. Thank you.
Carrying the feeling of resentment is quite damaging to yourself.
Sir, I would like to add here. See, in the last 4 or 5 months after interacting with you, I tried this. You know? I forgave people, and I started talking to them. But sometimes it comes to my mind, hey, these guys, you know, tried to cheat me, or they did this to me. But am I doing right thing? I'm giving up on my ego. No, maybe because of that forget element is missing. You know, it bites me. You know,
the element which is missing is that you don't want to give up your judging. You're even judging your own self. Am I doing the right thing by forgiving them? They cheated me. I am forgiving them. I'm a stupid fellow. I am forgiving them. I'm destroying my ego. You should say to your E, go, Oda, Wanda, I don't want you in my life judging.
Sometimes it's like, oh, I'm losing in life. No? I'm on the losing side. I have to lose ego. I have to lose respect. That's what. Sometimes those thoughts come into my mind.
So you listen. You can be a much more powerful person by saying, I am disrespecting myself for what I did because I'm judging myself harshly. Who's disrespecting you? You.
Okay.
Ultimately, who's disrespecting you? Why is other people's respect so important to you? If my self-respect is low, then I'm looking for other people to get respect so I can respect myself. Interesting, no? But if I respect myself, do I need anybody to respect me or not? Does it make a difference to me? Think about it. I love you, Krishna, because you think a lot of things which I have been thinking for years and years.
So
And I've
regarding
struggled with it. Got
regarding
answers also.
the point of constantly having to lose, may I say like 4 lines from Kabir, sir, which I always remember.
Chalo ma.
It says, "Jeet jeet kar umr guzari, ik pal haar fakira, jeete damul char kaudiya, hare damul hira."
Wow. Actually, it's so profound, right? Did you understand that, Krishna?
So can you
No,
explain
sir,
it?
I didn't understand.
No, most of us did not understand.
Did not understand.
Translation, please.
No, Suchi will translate it.
Translate, Suchitra, translate please.
Yeah.
It seems that you've spent your lifetime winning. Jeet jeet kar umr guzari. Okay. Ik pal haar fakira. Learn to lose for
For
once.
one moment and see.
Sorry.
He says, lose for one moment and see. Ik pal.
Ik pal haar fakira. Lose for a moment and see. Jeete damul char kaudiya. The price of winning is 4 paisa or whatever. Hare damul hira. But the cost of losing is a diamond. So it comes like with regard to losing one's ego and breaking barriers and forgiving.
If you have to lose your ego to have a great relationship, is it not worth it? That is
It's
the
like
hira.
diamond, yeah.
That is the diamond which we want.
अरे इजाजत हो तो एक शेर सुनाऊं?
हाँ?
एक शेर सुना दूं इसी बात पे?
हाँ, एक शेर सुनाता हूँ मैं.
Sir, we can actually continue throughout the night till tomorrow morning.
एक शेर जल्दी से सुना देता हूँ सिकंदर जी की बात पे कि बहादुर हो गया हूँ मैं जमाने जख्म खा कर,
जमाने के जख्म खा कर,
मेरी हर हार ने मुझको सिखाया है जीत है लाजिम. तो
मेरी हर हार ने सिखाया है कि जीत है लाजिम.
जीत है लाजिम.
You'll have to explain that to them also.
Yeah. So I have become a stronger, braver by getting the dust from the life challenges or the wounds of defeats. But every time, whenever I get defeated, I have come up with the commitment that I have the power to win. Thank you, sir.
Okay, so can we come back now? Now listen without judging. Forgive. Okay. And now you start talking when you ask for forgiveness. So you may say, "Arey Baba, I am forgiving them. Now I have to ask them for forgiveness." How do you start the conversation? I say. You started it, you want to move it further, right? See, in a relationship which is not optimum, if they've done something wrong for which you are forgiving them, I'm sure that they will also tell you, na? When they say what they want, they'll tell you many things about what you did. So for that, you can say, no, whether it's right or wrong, or whether it's their perception, you can always, if they got it in a particular way, if they felt it in a certain way, you can ask for forgiveness for that, okay? A lot of people have a problem about that. Once you do that, you can take another step towards celebrating the relationship. I did this for 4 brothers who were running a company, right? Company was started by their father. And over the years, they were bickering with each other on small matters, that they were on a verge of breakup. So I got them to start talking with each other, okay? not all four together. There were two brothers who were having it with each other. Then two were having with one brother. Okay. Two were okay with each other's. When they had this conversation, I mean, the Punjabis, you know, it became very loud at one point. I was sitting there as a moderator to make sure no heads are broken and no glasses are thrown. But at the end of that conversation, there was so much of relief. You know, these four guys, they were hugging each other, tears were flowing. Okay. And it gave them a new lease of life to that organization even. And then there was the wedding of the daughter of the eldest brother. After the wedding, the four of us came and said, Malvai Saab, maza aa gaya. For the first time in our life, you know, we had a wedding without any fight. Otherwise, in every Punjabi wedding, there's always a fight. I don't know if any Punjabis are there. There is one Patiale wali Punjabi here.
Sir, hamesha nahi hota. I got this compliment on my wedding that there's no fight on both the sides. It
You
was
got
an
a compliment
intercaste.
because it's such a rare thing, na?
Yeah.
That is because I mean, he is such a, you know, peaceful and wonderful angel. So how can they fight? You know?
लव मैरिज में ऐसा होता है?
क्या मालूम?
I don't know. ऐसा नहीं होता नहीं. There were fights before or there were differences before, but at the time of wedding, it went very smooth.
So the question now is, ki go out into the world and practice this. That's what is required. Now, I'm sure, see, the thing is, the process has to be followed. If you don't do the process, then nothing is going to happen. You will maintain your comfortable distance. So what I urge you is that I put those audio recording loop on the group. Have you all listened to it?
Yep.
You have?
Yes,
No,
sir.
sir, I didn't.
Yeah, so I would very strongly urge you to listen to it and listen to it again and again, again and again. Don't try to understand it. It won't make much sense to you. Okay? But it will do the job in your head.
Yeah, we will do. We will do. Suchitra ji, one request. Can you please put that Kabir ke dohe into the WhatsApp
Yeah, sure.
Put it on the group, please.
group?
sure.
Yeah, Badhiya. Thank you very much.
Yeah, that's
We
really-
want diamond.
Yeah, we don't want char kodi, we want a diamond. Okay, so that's what
Yeah.
I wanted to say. Now the floor is yours. You want to ask any questions, clear any doubts, give me some galis or whatever it is you want to do, you do it.
गालियां फॉर हीरा वापस देने के लिए कौड़ी की दाम पे. Thank you very much, sir. Great session. Very nice.
Thank you, thank you.
Thank you, sir, and congratulations once again. I think your son should have attended this session today.
Kaiko?
नई जिंदगी की नए रिश्ते की शुरुआत कर रहे हैं वो तो.
वो सर हमारी बहू पहली बारी हमारे घर आई है रात गुजारने के लिए और मैं यहाँ बैठा हुआ हूँ. They were all getting angry with me, you know. First time she's coming, you are not here. So I told her, Itisha, is it okay if I go? She said, Papa, no problem. I know why you have to go. She's very nice. After 5 years, she may say something, but right now she's not saying.
यहाँ इतने बच्चे आपके बैठे हैं इतने ज्यादा तो that is the priority.
अभी तो उसका बीच में फोन भी आ गया था. Then he said, oh, I forgot you got your session today. अभी भी कुछ doubts हो रहे हैं. See, the thing is कि you should know now what steps I want to take with who. If you can go with some clarity कि मुझे करना है, इम्तियाजी आपको करना है, कदम उठाने हैं,
muted.
So he's
Sir,
not. Yes, Lena want to say something. Kasa, you want to say something?
Congratulations. Convey my regards to your son, sir.
Thank you.
And this is the first session on Good to Great. I joined very late, but again, my points are, see, when someone, the way we are, someone misusing our allowance and the way we treat them, all that, how do we deal with that person? And we know they're exploiting us. How do we deal that situation? How do we have a better control in certain the relationship continues in that way? How do we deal with them in further?
So firstly, we cannot have a global formula to deal with every one of them. Each person is different and unique, don't you think?
Absolutely.
And then does everybody in the world do that to you?
No, there are a few people who's been doing this.
And would you agree if I said to you that you've allowed them to do this to you, so they do it? Sometimes, Kasa, I mean, I've been a victim of this myself, so I can tell you this, that we give them room to do this, right?
Okay.
The problem with us is that we only know how to either become aggressive or become very submissive. We don't know how to be assertive. Especially,
In fact,
when
you
there is
create.
whom we hold in some regard. So let's say we've been allowing them to do this for years to you. Okay.
True.
This fellow is not going to say anything, So you may be knowing everything, but you're not saying it because, like me, oh, they will feel hurt, the relationship will become worse and this and that. So we don't say anything. Right?
Sir, one side is no, you allowed to do it. The other side is you create compulsion for them to do it.
That may be also by your behavior. But please enlighten me. How do you create compulsion on them to do it?
If you are not in allowance and you are full of judgments, right? So then they don't have any other choice but to exploit you.
That must be, yeah, okay. That makes sense to me also. Are you getting something here? So if we are not being straight with them for whatever reason, right? If you're just keeping quiet when we should speak, okay? Like we can even ask, no, why are you doing this?
Okay.
I mean, look, I know what you're doing and I have never said anything to you. And then you can ask him, why do you think I've not said anything to you? Because I'm stupid? Or do you think I'm afraid of you? Why do you think I've not said anything to you? Ask him. See, and if you are a person who's weak, you'll never ask him. Weak in your own eyes. See, sometimes if you have to repair something, you have to confront it also. Confront does not mean fight. If you have to be firm, then you have to be firm. And if you are firm, you can also tell them that, look here, if we continue like this, this is the outcome there is going to be. Do you like it? Are you getting it?
Understand.
So some people who are like that, who are always taking advantage, and you say, okay, listen, I've let you do it. And this is the reason I let you do it, not because I'm afraid of you. Because I wanted to retain this relationship. Okay. And then you ask them, what do you think will happen if you continue to do this? And you see how nonplussed they'll be. And then you tell them.
Okay.
Firstly, for
Okay.
such people, if they know that you will have no compunction in letting them go, okay, or not having them around, they think, "Arey, how will he survive without me? He cannot live without me," like that. And because they think, now what will happen is you must be one of those teddy bear kind of people. You'll give up your goals to preserve a relationship. That's no way of having a relationship. You've got to have your goals, you've got to have your relationship, both are important. So we end up doing this and then we put ourselves up for exploitation, and people will exploit if you're going to do that. And we send those vibrations out. Yeah. Sai, the problem is people always sense that we can get away with it with this guy. Once they know they can get away with it, they'll do it. And you let them get away with it because you don't want to hurt them. So suppose you could stop them from getting away with it, right? And if sometimes you may have to hurt them also, you can't make sure 100% of the time nobody will get hurt, can you? If they get hurt, then repair that hurt also. In this situation, I'm very sorry, but if you're hurt because you asked for it. This is like, you keep telling somebody, hey, don't jump from here, you'll get hurt. The fellow keeps on jumping, then he'll get hurt, no? Then you'll tell him, no, I told you don't jump, you're now jumping. Now you bear the pain, bear the consequences of your action. But can we go to that extent in our conversation? If you want to repair something, like a surgeon sometimes has to cut some parts out of your body to save your life, isn't it? So if you want both parties to win, and sometimes you have to be a little harsh also, so what? Well, as long as very clear, like mother also slaps the child, right? Does she do it to the child?
Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah. She slaps the child.
No, not to hurt the child, no?
Exactly.
So a lot of stuff is a matter of context. Context is we want to have a great relationship. Context is we would like to have an empowering relationship. So if the relationship is going in a way that it's pulling each other down, then what is the use of that relationship? Which you can tell them, no? The way you're going, we are pulling each other down. Do you want this relationship to be like this? Right? People are not fools here. They understand that they are pulling each other. And then you ask him, why? Why are we having this kind of a relationship where you need to feel like pulling me down, or I should be pulling you down for what? I mean, we are not India-Pakistan war, no? Why are we doing this? And believe me, what happens with us is we back off. No, we will not complete that. Either that fellow will back off or you will back off and leave that whole thing incomplete. Then you're back to square A. Anyway, I think we have exceeded our time, and Shakti already, I don't know what time it is. Sorry, Shakti, but...
No problem, sir. Midnight 1:30.
Oh, okay, but you're looking very fresh. You've done. Okay, thank you, everybody. If you have questions, you can certainly ask me in the group or even call me up or whatever. I'm there for you. Okay, next month, you know the new theme for the next month, and be ready for it. And it's very interesting how next month's topic is actually tied up very greatly with this month's topic. Because if you're blocking the flow in your relationships, you will be blocking the flow in many other areas of your life also. Okay? So ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much on this great day. Right? And
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
sir.
Thank you.
Thanks a
Good
lot,
night.
sir. Thank you.
Bye. Good night.